I want to teach you a trading strategy based on Hall Moving Average. But you may ask, what is Hall Moving Average? Hall Moving Average is a special type of moving average that was developed by Alan Hall to reduce the lag that is typical with other types of moving averages. For this purpose, it uses a combination of weighted moving averages with different periods. The result is a faster moving average and more responsive to trend reversals. In this video, I will teach you a very accurate trading strategy based on Hall Moving Average, so make sure you watch this video until the end and let's get started. But before we start, if you like my contents, please support the channel by liking the video and subscribing to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Alright, in this trading strategy, we're gonna add 4 moving averages to our chart, which are Hall Moving Average, Exponential Moving Average, and Simple Moving Average. First, let's add the Hall Moving Average. Here, we click on Indicators and we search Hall Suite, this one, which is written by someone named N Silico. Alright, this is a Hall Moving Average that is added to our chart, but we're not going to use it like this, and we need to change its settings so it will be optimized for our trading strategy. So here we go to the settings of the indicator, and here for the length of the moving average is set at 55 by default, which we don't change it because it is a perfect length for the Hall Moving Average that we need in our trading strategy. And just here for the length multiplier, we set it at 3, and here for the higher time frame, it should be based on the time frame of your chart. For example, right now we are on 1 hour time frame, so the default 4 hours time frame is correct. Always use a multiple of 3, 4, 5, or 6 for the higher time frame. For example, if you're on 1 minute time frame, you can set it on 5 minutes. If you're on 5 minutes time frame, you can set it on 15 minutes. If you're on 15 minutes, you can set it on 1 hour. If you're on 1 hour, it should be on 4 hours. And if you're on 4 hours time frame, you can set it on daily, and so on. Alright, we're done with the settings of our Hall Moving Average, and you can see how quickly it is responding to trend changes in the market. Alright, now we need to add the Exponential Moving Average. So here again, we click on Indicators and we search Ribbon. We add this one, Moving Average Ribbon, which is a built-in indicator on TradingView platform. When you add this indicator to your chart, we need to change their settings. So here we go to the settings of the ribbon and we remove one of them because we only need 3 moving averages here. 2 of them should be exponential moving averages. So here we set EMA for them. And the third moving average should be a simple moving average. So here it should be set at SMA. For the first EMA, the length should be set at 5. And for the second EMA, the length should be at 8. And for the simple moving average, we set the length at 200. For the first EMA, we set the color to white. For the second EMA, the color orange. And for the SMA, we set the color to blue. And finally, we go to the Style tab and we increase the thickness of the lines so they will be better visible on our price chart. Alright, everything is already set on the chart, and let me teach you how you can find accurate buy-sell signals based on this combination of moving averages that we added to the chart. But before that, I'm proud to announce that recently I published a book, The Art of Price Action Trading, which is a complete guide to price action analysis. The link is in the description and you can get it later if you want to master price action trading. Alright, getting back to our trading strategy. So this is a Hall Moving Average, which changes color between green and red depending on the direction of the market. When it is green, we are in an uptrend, and when it is red, we are in a downtrend. Then we have this blue line here, which is a simple moving average with length of 200, and then we have this white line here, which is an exponential moving average with length of 5, and we have this orange line here, which is an EMA with length of 8. And we're going to use this collection of moving averages to find low-risk trading opportunities in the market. First, I explain a short position setup, and then I will explain a long position setup. Let me show how you can do it. For a short position setup, in the first step, we want color changing of the whole moving average from green to red, exactly like what happened here. You can see that the whole moving average turned to red at this point. In the next step, we want the price to go below the SMA 200, this blue line, and after that, the orange line and white line should also go below the blue line. You can see that from here, when this candle is closed, the orange line, the white line, and the price are below the SMA 200, this blue line. Now, in the next step, we want a pullback of the price to the blue line. For identifying the pullback, the orange line and the white line can also give us the signal. In this situation, the white line goes above the orange line. This is a signal that a pullback is forming on the chart. In the next step, we want a signal that shows end of the pullback. And for this, again, we can use the orange line and the white line. We wait for the white line to close below the orange line. When this happened and the white line is already closed below the orange line, the sell signal is confirmed, and in practice, we could enter a short position at this point when the new candle was opened. The stop loss for this trade is placed above the pullback and profit target at risk to reward ratio of 2. To decrease our risk to the lowest amount, it's better not to take the next pullbacks while the price is trending down. You can still enter in the pullbacks and make profit, but you can also encounter false signals at the reversal points of the market. In this trading strategy, which is actually a reversal trading strategy, we only focus on the first pullback based on the conditions that I explained. Alright, now let me teach you a long position setup. In a long position setup, in the first step, we want color changing of the whole moving average from red to green. In the next step, we want the price, the orange line, and the white line, 3 of them, above SMA 200, the blue line. For example, here, when this candle is closed, you can see that the orange line, the white line, and the price action, 3 of them are above SMA 200, the blue line. Alright, now in the next step, we want a pullback of the price to the SMA 200. As I explained earlier, the orange line and white line can also give us the signal. In this situation, when a pullback is forming on the chart, the white line goes below the orange line. Now we should wait for a signal that shows end of the pullback, and that is when the white line is closed above the orange line. You can see that when this candle is closed, the white line is already closed above the orange line, so the buy signal here is confirmed, and in practice we could enter a long position at this point with the stop loss below the pullback and profit target at risk to reward ratio of 2. Similarly here, we only focus on a setup like this to enter a trade on the first pullback based on the conditions that I explained. Alright, moving on the chart, and let me show more examples so you completely understand. Here you can see that the whole moving average changed from green to red, telling us that we can have a setup to open a short position. In the next step, we should wait for the price, the orange line, and the white line, 3 of them below the SMA 200. After that, we should wait for a pullback of the price to the blue line, the SMA 200 line. In this situation, as I explained earlier, the white line goes above the orange line. So this is also a signal that a pullback is forming on the chart. Now we should wait for a signal that shows end of the pullback, and that is when the white line is closed back below the orange line. You can see that when this candle is closed, the white line is already closed below the orange line. So here the sell signal is confirmed, and in practice we could enter a short position at this point with the stop loss above the pullback and profit target at risk to reward ratio of 2. Alright, moving on the chart to show another long position setup. Here you can see that the whole moving average turned from red to green, telling us that we can have a long position setup. In the next step, we want the orange line, the white line, and the price, 3 of them above the SMA 200, the blue line. You can see that it happened from here, and now we should wait for a pullback, and that is when the white line goes below the orange line. In the next step, we should wait for a signal that shows end of the pullback, and that is when the white line is closed back above the orange line. You can see that when this candle is closed, The white line is already closed above the orange line, so the buy signal here is confirmed, and we could enter a long position at this point with the stop loss below the pullback and profit target at risk to reward ratio of 2. Please pay attention that this trading strategy doesn't give you 100% guaranteed signals. No, this is not possible, and there is no trading strategy capable of this, and you need to manage your risk properly. There is a risk management strategy that is called 1% rule, and it is one of the best risk management strategies that you can use. I have a complete guide on this. The link is also placed in the description, and I highly recommend you to watch it, because without a proper risk management strategy, you cannot become a consistently profitable trader. Alright, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and leave a comment for me. I'll answer your questions as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell so you get the notifications of my new videos. See you guys in next video, and good luck with your trading.